Welcome to this week's Tidbit. This week we're talking about Women's History Month, Empowering Female Learners, a childcare resources video tidbit. Wear purple, green, and white on March 8th to celebrate International Women's Day. March 8th, Happy Women's Day. About Women's History Month. Women's History Month has its origins as a national celebration in 1981 when Congress passed Public Law 9728, which authorized and requested the President to proclaim the week beginning March 7, 1982, as Women's History Week. Throughout the next 5 years, Congress continued to pass joint resolutions designating a week in March as Women's History Week. In 1987, after being petitioned by the National Women's History Project, Congress passed into law Women's History Month. Since then, presidents have continued to issue a series of annual proclamations designating the month of March as Women's History Month. These proclamations celebrate the contributions women have made to the United States and recognize the specific achievements women have made over the course of American history in various fields. Every March we celebrate Women's History Month. For 31 days, we take time to highlight the contributions women have made and continue to make in our society. Schools may incorporate Women's History Month into their curriculums, but experts believe it's important to talk about it at home too. It's essential to celebrate Women's History Month with kids of all genders. It's important for boys and young men to understand that women are just as powerful as men, and we have the ability to do anything we'd like. Questions for childcare providers to ponder during Women's History Month and throughout the year. What sort of people would you like the preschoolers in your class to grow into? How can you help develop a sense of resilience in girls and boys in your class? How can I help the children in my class deal with play situations when they are excluded? How can I help develop a sense of empathy in children I am teaching or educating? Are there times when I allow the broader society to inform my thinking about what is appropriate and worthwhile for children that I am caring for and educating? How might I examine or explore this further? Are there times when I subconsciously or consciously reinforce gender stereotypes? Acknowledge and recognize the women in your life. Ask the children in your class, can you think of some women or girls in your life you'd like to make a card for or write a letter to? Why do you think they are special? Is there something they are really clever at? Let's write those things down and let them know that we think they are great. Plan to say thank you to some of the women in your community. Let's say thank you to the woman at the supermarket checkout. She's always so friendly and does a really important job. Let's make some biscuits and deliver them to the librarian. She is always so helpful and works hard at her job. Let's make a list or picture wall for our classroom of all the girls and women we care for, or who we think are clever or special. This provides an opportunity to gently challenge ideas that girls are only special based on looks or gender stereotypes. Try to introduce information about women and girls who are scientists, sailors, police officers. You can also make a list or picture wall of boys and men, ensuring a balance of men in non-stereotypical roles, nurses, dancers, cooks, etc. Here are some great books to check out. Little Feminist, Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History, Born Curious, A is for Awesome, A Girl Like You, Little Dreamers, Visionary Women Around the World, Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls, She Persisted, Dream Big, Little One, She Persisted Around the World. Here are some additional resources. Arts and Crafts, Women Who Have Influenced Early Childhood Education. Check out the video description for a link to the printable version of the information presented in this video. Thanks for watching.